Good morning, ladies. So this week it's been a little gloomy, so we're back indoors. And today I wanted to revisit Mary and Martha that we met in chapter 10 of Luke when we were studying Luke. And I wanted to look a little closer because oftentimes when this story is told, Mary comes out the hero and Martha comes out the villain. And that's not fair to Martha because she wasn't doing anything bad. She wasn't doing anything wrong. She was making preparations for Jesus. Anybody would. But I think the way that Jesus corrects her is a great guide for us. And in verse 41 of chapter 10, Jesus tells her, Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. So verse 40, it tells us that she was distracted by the work that she had to do. And in verse 41, Jesus is telling her, you're worried and upset about many things. Even when we're doing the work of God, we could find ourselves distracted or worried or upset. And when we notice that, that's when we know it's time to come and just spend some time with Jesus and just sit at his feet. The other thing I wanted to point out is that we do have work that needs to be done. We can't just sit at his feet all day, every day, right? We have work to do, or we have kids to take care of. We have a home to keep clean and keep orderly. So there is work that has to be done, but we have to master that, that back and forth, that give and take of knowing when to work and knowing when to come and sit at his feet. The other thing that I noticed this time around, remember I said like every time you read, you see something new. This other piece that I saw is that she was focused on what someone else was doing. And that happens to us a lot, especially with social media. If you find yourself more concerned about what someone else is doing versus what you're doing and kind of comparing that and like, Jesus, look at her, she's not doing anything, I'm doing everything. That's another heart check for us of like, why are you so worried about what someone else is doing? We need to focus on what we are called to do. And that may look different than what everybody else is doing. And that's okay if that's what Jesus is asking you to do. So a lot of different heart checks for us, not that Martha was doing anything wrong or anything bad, but she was distracted, worried, and upset about many things, and it led her to compare herself to someone else. So these are great guides for us.